Once upon a time, Gautam Buddha had a disciple named Chakshupal. Despite his name meaning eyes, Chakshupal was blind. One day, he went to with a desire to see Buddha. After paying his respects, he stayed at the hermitage. One night, while engrossed in walking meditation, Chakshupal accidentally crushed some ants under his feet. Since he couldn't see them, he didn't realize it. The next morning, when the other disciples saw the dead ants in front of Chakshupal's room, they criticized him for bad karma and complained to Buddha. Buddha asked the disciples if they had personally witnessed Chakshupal crushing the ants. They admitted that they hadn't seen it happen, but found the ants dead in front of his room. Buddha explained that Chakshupal couldn't be blamed because he was blind and unaware of the ants on the ground. Buddha revealed that Chakshupal had attained enlightenment, which meant he didn't harbor violent feelings towards any living being. The disciples then asked why Chakshupal was blind if he was enlightened. Buddha narrated the story of Chakshupal's past life. In his previous life, Chakshupal was a skilled physician who treated people using herbal medicines. One day, a woman approached him for treatment of her eyes, which she had lost due to a disease. She had lost hope but promised to become Chakshupal's slave if he cured her eyes. Chakshupal gave her ointment, and her eyes gradually started to heal. However, fearing a lifelong commitment, she lied about her eyes not improving and requested more medicine. Seeing through her deceit, Chakshupal gave her an ointment that made her blind for life. Due to this negative action, Chakshupal was born blind in this life. Buddha concluded by telling his disciples that a person's tendencies originate from the mind. If someone performs an action with bad intentions, they will experience sorrow as a result. If they continue to engage in such negative karma, sorrow will follow them persistently. Conversely, performing good deeds with good intentions brings happiness. The disciples grasped the concept of karma, and many attained enlightenment after Buddha's sermon. In our own lives, we can observe that karma always bears fruit, be it good or bad. This is the law of karma. You reap what you sow. Good deeds lead to happiness, while bad deeds lead to sorrow. Our intentions behind our actions are crucial as they determine whether the action is good or bad. For example, a robber stabs someone with a knife to steal from them, while a doctor uses a knife to operate on a patient with the intention of saving their life. Both actions involve using a knife, but their intentions differ, making one action bad karma and the other good karma. Thus, our intentions matter greatly, and we should always strive to act with good intentions. If a wrong action is unintentional and lacks malicious intent, it is not considered a sin. Similar to the story, Chakshupal unintentionally crushed the ants, which was not a sin since he didn't have any bad intentions. We have all done good and bad deeds and made mistakes in our lives. However, what truly matters is the purity of our intentions. A pure mind can even be forgiven for mistakes, while an impure mind must bear the consequences. Before engaging in any action, we have the freedom to choose. Once the action is done, we are bound to face its consequences, which cannot be changed. Therefore, we must always be cautious and mindful of our actions because what we put out into the world, whether good or bad, comes back to us.